everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Devon Franklin has officially filed for divorce from actress Meagan Good. Let's talk about it, y'all. If you're brand new to my channel, I do TV show recaps, which are breakdowns of popular TV shows. I interject my thoughts, opinions, theories about each episode and the show. I also do the occasional pop culture topic. Um, I give my thoughts and opinions about that as well. So if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and hop down into the comment section. Let's talk about it, y'all. So, Devon Franklin. Um, we know that Devon Franklin and Meagan Good have been married for about 9 years. There have been a lot of rumors and speculation that the two of them have separated and were headed towards a divorce within the past couple of months. So, for what we saw, there, paparazzi, overzealous fans, y'all catch everything. So, there have been a lot of pictures and outings of Meagan where she is out. Devon has not been with her, and she has also not been wearing her wedding ring. So it would either be just some type of simple band on her finger, or she wouldn't have on a ring at all. So, whenever a celebrity that we know is married, whenever she steps out and she does not have on her wedding ring or have on her engagement ring or something like that, y'all know TMZ, Gossip, like everybody immediately posts those pictures and they kind of let the fans decide what is going on in that situation. So I remember being on YouTube a while ago and seeing like a story come up that Meagan Good and Devon Franklin were headed towards divorce. I didn't pay any attention to it. I don't pay that much attention to either one of them, to be honest. I did watch Meagan on Harlem. So, for those of you that don't know, Amazon Prime has a new show called Harlem. It's very reminiscent of Girlfriends and Sisters and Run the World and Sex in the City. It's the same show. But Meagan is the star of that show. Very good series. You guys should check it out. I have a recap on the show here on my channel, so you can check that out as well. But they Devon recently, like, he posted about that in support of her. So he was very supportive of her. I don't remember seeing any pictures of him being at, like, the premiere or any of those parties, but I do remember him definitely posting about the show. And I remember thinking, why are people saying they're divorced? If they're going through a divorce, why would he be posting about that? But little did we know. So, according to The Blast, who gets everything, The Blast released the court documents citing irreconcilable differences. And then Devon and Meagan both took to their Instagram, posting the same picture and issuing the same message, each tagging each other, which reads, "After much prayer and consideration, we have decided to go into our future separately but forever connected. We celebrate almost a decade of marriage together and a love that is eternal. There's no one at fault. We believe that this is the next best chapter in the evolution of our love. We are incredibly grateful for the life changing years we've spent together as husband and wife. We are also extremely thankful to God for the testimony being created inside of us both, and for blessing our lives with each other." And then they both signed it with an infinity symbol. There are so many rumors about what could have happened or what did happen within that what had caused the dissolution of their marriage. So Meagan has gotten back into acting kind of heavy. I think when they first got married, she kind of slipped away from it, which is kind of weird because they met on the set of Jumping the Broom. I think Devon was working, I don't know if he was like a producer or something like that, but he was working on the set, and we know Meagan was Paula Patton's best friend in the movie. So in that movie, there's a scene where Meagan is having sex with, or very close to having sex with, the chef in the kitchen while he is cooking. So you kind of met her in a position where she's doing very what people would consider scandalous type of scenes. We know that that's what Meagan Good gives. The type of movies that she has been in as an adult, she always plays like the sexy person. She has done her fair share of love scenes. So there were some people who initially, when they got together, were saying how it might not work because he is a pastor and the type of movies and the type of roles that she gets might not jive with his church, right? So I remember Meagan falling back from acting. I can't think of hardly anything she has been in before Harlem. I can't think of anything she's been in before Harlem. But when she began being like the first lady of that church, there was a lot of hesitancy from his congregation. They didn't like her. Probably, I'm sure there are people that didn't like, that knew who she was, didn't like her because of whatever reason, but they felt that she wasn't first lady enough. They didn't like what she wore to church. They didn't like I guess she didn't do enough of the typical first lady duties. So Meagan has always been kind of butting heads with his church anyways. So I remember her being on, like, was it a D.L. Hughley? I think it was a D.L. Hughley interview. I don't know if it was like I think it was on his radio show, and her talking about when she started to distance herself from the church because of the blowback she was getting from them. And we all know there's a lot of hypocrisy within the church, right? So the fact that she was having that many issues within the church did not surprise me, like, at all. Didn't surprise me at all. So I remember her having a lot of hesitancy with that and pulling back from there. So that could have been a point of contention. There are some people blaming the fact that Meagan Good did not want to have kids on the reason as to why Devon might have filed for divorce from her too, or could have had a strain on their marriage. Meagan was on. Sorry, okay. Meagan was on, I think, Angela Yee's podcast or something that she was doing on Fox Soul. Occasionally I watch Fox Soul. And she talked about how she has never really wanted kids. She's never really wanted to be married. She met Devon, that kind of changed marriage for her. But she's never wanted to be a mother. She likes having the freedom that comes from being a single person, or comes from being a person that does not have kids. She's called herself a nomad numerous times before. She likes being able to pick up and go whenever she wants to. When you have kids, you cannot do that no matter how much money you have. There's still different things that have to be in place when you have kids. So I don't know if that was a point of contention. I remember her saying that Devon was going to let her work herself through that process to kind of figure out what would be the best course of action for them. Would she eventually come around to it? She did an interview like a couple of years after that and said that she was coming around to wanting to have kids now. She wanted to be a mother. So we will probably never know the real reason behind that. You never heard anything really about them as a couple. Most of the things we heard about them was the fact that, they waited to have sex before being married, which a lot of people felt was them putting on. A lot of people felt was them acting like they're better than anyone else, or them feeling like they know what they're doing in terms of they feel like they know better than anyone else how to, work a marriage or anything like that in terms of that. So it has been a lot of scrutiny between the two. It has been a lot of scrutiny about their marriage, I feel, in general, since they got together. A lot of people counted them out. I think it's too bad that they got so close to 10 years and they didn't make it. There are a lot of people that feel that her being back on Harlem, or maybe her accepting the role for Harlem, was kind of the tipping point. There are some sex scenes in Harlem. I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'm kind of curious. I mean, you hate to see any couple break up, especially a black one, black love at all times. So you hate to see that happen, but at the same time, it could very well just be that they grew apart as people, because that does happen. That happens very, very often. It's not always that something super, super scandalous had to happen to cause a marriage to dissolve. Sometimes it is just that they have gone as far as they're going to go as a couple, and it's time for them to basically to move on and go live life separately. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you guys think that it had to do with the fact that Meagan wasn't really on board with having a child? Do you think she made her decision too late? Or do you think that they're kind of being very respectful of each other by issuing the joint statement, by saying that no one's at fault, which kind of lets you know or gives you the idea that nobody cheated, no one stepped outside the marriage, anything like that. They just grew apart. Let me know what you guys think. If you have not already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.